The Harris-Trump race is the first without Bush, Clinton, or Biden since 1976. More candidates for president are now on the ballot thanks to Vice President Kamala Harris's elevation to the Democratic presidential ticket and her selection of Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate. The significance of this matters: at least one member of the Bush, Clinton, or Biden political family has been on the ballot for over half a century. From 1980 to 2020, 5 candidates from those 3 families ran for president or vice president. Generations X, Millennials, and Z have only ever cast ballots in presidential races featuring Bush, Clinton, or Biden. Current situation: on Tuesday, Harris officially named Walz as her running mate. Following President Biden's withdrawal from the race in July, she assumed the role of Democratic nominee. As his running partner, former President Trump chose Ohio Republican Senator J.D. Vance. In 1980, when Ronald Reagan chose George H.W. Bush to be his vice president, the process began. The 1988 presidential election saw Bush defeated in 1992 by Bill Clinton. In 2000, with the election of George W. Bush, the Bushes became one of just 2 father-son presidential tandems. John Adams, 1796, and John Quincy Adams, 1824, are the other 2 brothers in the Adams family. For the 2008 and 2012 elections, Biden was Barack Obama's running mate. For 2016, Hillary Clinton was hers. Not one of her fellow contenders has ever succeeded in her run for president. Following this, Biden assumed the role of Democratic nominee in 2020, won the 2024 primaries with relative ease, and then stepped down. Among his rivals, he is the sole one who has never run for president in his family. More specifically, with Biden's withdrawal, Trump becomes the oldest nominee in American history. The Progressive Squad lost a member earlier in the cycle due in part to an intense campaign by pro-Israel organizations. On Tuesday, those forces want to depose another member. The Democratic representative from Missouri's 1st District, Cori Bush, will be up against St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell in the primary. Bell has the support of the political wing of the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. Members of the squad have been part of a larger target list of pro-Israel organizations that have pledged to spend substantially on this year's elections in an effort to block candidates whom they perceive as not sufficiently pro-Israel. A Tracker Ad Impact reports that 9 out of $10 million, $9 million, have gone to the United Democracy Project, the super PAC of American Israel Public Affairs Committee, AIPAC. Bush could lose, but it's not because of the budget surplus alone. Bush, like Representative Jamal Bowman, Democrat New York, the first member of the squad to lose a primary earlier this year, is far more vulnerable than the usual member due to major political flaws, such as being under federal investigation for campaign expenditures. In addition to Missouri, 3 other states will also have primary elections today: Kansas, Michigan, and Washington. These other states will include statewide races, such as those for retiring members of Congress and governors, and they will also create battleground matches. On Tuesday, you may watch the following. Kansas: it was unexpected for Republican Representative Jake LaTurner, who is one of the youngest members of Congress, to declare that he would not be seeking re-election for the 2nd District. LaTurner cited a desire to spend more time with his children and the dysfunction on Capitol Hill as his reasons. Since he is leaving, there is a lot of competition among Republicans to be his successor. Rancher Sean Tiffany, longtime LaTurner aide Jeff Kars, and former State Attorney General Derek Schmidt are among the leading candidates. Although Schmidt's midterm gubernatorial campaign was unsuccessful, he appears to have a leg up due to the support of former President Trump. Even though she will confront an uphill battle in this heavily Republican district, former Democratic Representative Nancy Boyda is also aiming to return to office. The 3rd Congressional District in Kansas is also hosting a tight contest for the office, which President Joe Biden carried by about 5 points in 2020. In the race against Democratic Representative Sharice Davids, the GOP nomination is likely to go to physician Prashanth Reddy, who is Speaker Mike Johnson's support.